Section 7A, using trig to find parts of right triangles. So here we have some information. We have some angles and some sides. So if we focus on number 13, we have to decide what are we given and how can we use it. We're given this degree of 37. So if we're going to look from that angle, then we have to decide then what's opposite and hypotenuse and so on. The angle opposite, or the side opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse. Since you're looking from 37, this is the opposite side, and this side is the adjacent. So what trig function for SOHCAHTOA gives us opposite and works with hypotenuse? And that would be so. So the sine of 37 is equal to the ratio of 14 over x. The order of those letters matter, top over bottom. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And tangent is opposite over adjacent, so keep that in mind. So here is our equation. I recommend that you always put the trig function over 1 and then just cross multiply, and you're less likely to make mistakes. So I have x times the sine of 37 equals 14 times 1, which is 14. Divide both sides by sine 37. Remember, that is one thing. It represents a decimal. And x will equal 14 divided by sine of 37, which when rounded to the nearest tenth or one decimal place is 23.3. Now let's take a look at one where we need the angle. So here on 25, we have a similar situation, but we don't know the angle. Again, we're going to focus on the idea that we're looking from here. So in knowing that, this side would be opposite. The longest side is the hypotenuse, or the side opposite the right angle, and this is the adjacent. So we are looking for a trig function that uses adjacent and hypotenuse. And of our saying, SOHCAHTOA, the one that uses adjacent and hypotenuse is cosine. So cosine of the unknown angle, we use theta, it's like a curly Q italicized O, or X, whatever you want to put in there, but usually theta is the variable for degrees. The cosine of theta would be equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Now how do we find that? Well, again, with our calculator work, if we're looking for an angle, we do cosine inverse of each side, and the cosines cancel, and you're left with theta equals the cosine inverse of 10 divided by 26. And in calculating that, you will get your degree, and we usually round that to the nearest degree, and that will be 67 degrees.